move what you need to move.
All right, kid, you up and running, ready to go?
It's working now.
From UHAS McGinley Stadium tonight, it's round one of the WPIAL playoffs. A very special good evening to you. Welcome to the Trib Live High School Sports Network playoff style. Along with my broadcast partner, Dean Dellamalva, I am Bill Navari. And tonight, the Franklin Regional Panthers come in to UHAS McGinley Stadium to take on the Northeast Conference champion, Penn Hills Indians. Dean, two teams kind of in different areas here. The Penn Hills Indians with a 6-3 record coming in tonight, while the Franklin Regional Panthers 3-7, kind of backing into the playoffs, but they are in the playoffs.
They are, and that's the goal. You get in the tournament, and everybody's 0-0, and Franklin Regional was able to do that thanks in part to a big come-from-behind victory a couple of weeks ago over Latrobe, 41-40. However, the Panthers have dropped their last two games, granted to Penn Trafford and Gateway, two of the highly ranked teams here in the 5A bracket, by a combined score of 105-16. So it's been a couple of tough games for the Panthers, but it all resets right here, and they're going to get the ball first here tonight. Penn Hills is going to be kicking off, and Penn Hills, like you said, it coming the other way. They've won 4 in a row, and they've been pretty impressive doing so.
The Penn Hills Indians, co-champions of the Northeast Conference. They get the championship trophy through tiebreaker points, but they do finish first. Although they got the 5th seed in the WPIAL playoffs. We'll talk about that a little bit more, but I think in essence they may have done the Indians a favor by giving them the 5 seed. We are underway here at Penn Hills, and the kickoff out of bounds. Yeah, we'll see if Franklin Regional makes some free kick, or they're going to take it further out.
It looks like they're just going to take the ball right. Or no? Yeah, they are going to make them re-kick here. Looked like they were getting ready to set the chains over there, but
I was just about to say my opinion on it is just take the possession.
Yeah, I mean, crazy things can happen on kickoffs. If you're going to march them back 5 yards, maybe, something could go wrong for Franklin Regional here. Let's see. Or they could end up with a little bit better field position, but they're going to re-tee this one and try again here.
So the mark off the penalty. Now the Indians will be kicking from the 35-yard line. This one will stay in bounds and go into the end zone. So Franklin Regional been well off to take the yardage.
Yeah, that was a similar kick angled over there toward the far sideline, but it ends up skipping past the return man and into the end zone, and Franklin Regional will kick things off here at the 20-yard line. Franklin Regional, led by their quarterback Connor Donnelly, comes out here for their first possession. They're going to try to see if they can maybe gain some momentum by getting the ball first here.
Franklin will keep it on the ground, right side across the 25. We'll have a first down on the first play. Pickup of about 12 yards. Quarterback Zach Betska. And just like that, Franklin with a first down. Penn Hills defense playing very well. They shut down Kiski last week, although the Kiski Cavaliers got the opening kickoff and drove downfield. And then it was all Penn Hills. Penn Hills was up 42-7 late, and then Kiski able to get 15-odd points late in the contest on the subs to make it 42-22, but the Indians needed the victory and North Hills to win to take the conference championship, and that's what happened.
Yeah, so they all end up tied there, and the seeding shook out like they did, with Pine Richland getting the 3. Gateway ends up the 4, Penn Hills 5, and North Hills in 6. And, you know, the Indians probably very thankful they didn't end up at 6, because I don't know if you want to play Peters Township.
Yeah, it'd be difficult to put them that low when they won the conference.
Yeah, that too.
Nothing doing there. That's Aiden Hudock, wrapped up by Luke Pugliese for a loss.
There's Luke Pugliese, the senior. Always out there making plays on both sides of the ball. Matter of fact, when I was here a couple weeks ago, he scored a touchdown on offense. So
Maddox Morrison split to the right. He'll come in motion this way. Huska will toss this side. And again, nothing doing there on the run this time. Once again, it was Hudock. And it looked like Gregory Venet on the tackle. Call it no gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down and 11 for the Panthers.
Hudock, big play on the outside receiving this year. He's got an odd stat line, but they need some big plays. He's one of their guys.
And again, Luke Pugliese on the tackle. This time it's Roman Sarnik who took the direct snap. They'll pick up we'll give him 5 yards, but it'll be 4th down for the Franklin Regional Panthers.
Looks like Franklin Regional they'll line up multiple players at the quarterback position. We've already seen at least 2 in Zach Buska and Roman Samick back there.
Sanic hits it right into his own lineman. Catches it, will toss it back. Franklin Regional with a live football here. Gets out to the 33-yard line on the pitch. It's a heads-up play. Caden Smith on the carry. Officially no gain, and they'll turn it over on down. Sarnik's punt went right into his own lineman, jumped up in the air, came right back down to Sarnik. And he tried to do something with it.
Yeah,
I'll give him credit for that.
Yeah, the you know, when they line up with that short formation for the punter, you know, can lead to situations like that if they can't get it off fast enough. That he kind of hit that low, and it hit off the back of one of his own players. Looked like it maybe hit somebody in the helmet, popped straight up in the air. Heads up play to try to do something with it and make a pitch there, but unable to do things. And Penn Hills has taken over with some great field position at the 34 of Franklin Regional.
Jules Duggar with Amir Key behind him. In motion is Amir Rollins. And he'll throw that way towards Roland. Wide receiver screen. Gets for some blocks. Has a first down up the sideline. Inside the 10. And it'll be 1st and goal. Penn Hills at the 7-yard line.
Big 27-yard gain on the first play. That's a way to start the drive for the Indians, huh? 27 yards on a little slip pass. Rollins in motion, and then he just uses that fantastic speed that he has.
Got some nice blocks on the outside.
And now they're set up 1st and goal at the 7.
Again, Rollins to the right. Twins to the left. Strader. That looks like Cam Thomas. And it'll be a Mirkey. Mirkey towards the goal line. Stacked up by the Panthers. It'll be 2nd and goal from the 1-yard line.
Franklin Regional thinks
Are they going to say Franklin? No. Yep. Franklin came up with the football. And that's been the plague ailing the Indians all season long, is the fumbles and the turnovers. Bad news for Franklin, though. They get it at the 1-yard line. But they get the ball.
Yeah, and they kept the Indians off the scoreboard there when it sure as heck looked like they were going to go in pretty quickly for a quick lead on the pass play to Rollins. They force him out of bounds. And then tough break there on the fumble. Key was driving toward the goal line and looked like the Franklin Regional defense was there stripping at the ball. Got it out, and now they take over on downs. 1st and 10 at their own 1.
Buska in at quarterback. Sarnik to his left. Buska will keep it himself. Gets hit and gets out of the end zone. Maybe to the 2.
Buska on the keeper.
Just trying to get some space there. I would expect something similar on this next one here, as they're still pretty much back up.
Buska keeps it himself again out to the 5-yard line. Pickup of 3. Zach Buska also in the backfield is Tyler Buska, number 5.
Yeah, he's our leading rusher. We've got about 370 yards on the year, and here's a free 5 yards.
Aiden Pham jumps the snap. Maybe 3rd and a yard.
Gives them a little bit more room and makes this 3rd down a lot more manageable.
And you talked about Tyler Buska being their leading rusher. We haven't seen him with the football yet. This could be the opportunity for his first carry. Oh, still the quarterback keeper, Zach Buska. We'll get the first down out to the 15-yard line.
Boy, the Panthers got to feel like they dodged a speeding bullet right out of the gate here. After the punt situation, gave Penn Hills the ball, got down inside the 10 really quick, fumbled the football though, and now Franklin Regional was backed up to their 1, and now they've been able to get out to at least the 15 here.
Buska, the other Buska. Tyler for no gain.
Number 5, Tyler Buska on the carry. Brought down by number 8,
All running plays so far.
What's that?
All running plays so far for the Panthers. They do throw it a little bit as well. Connor Donnelly, their I guess is their throwing quarterback. Hasn't seen the field yet.
And there's the first pass of the game, downfield. And it was almost picked off by the Indians.
There was Donnelly.
It's intended for Deller.
There was Donnelly.
broken up by DeAndre Cochran.
He's got 12 touchdowns running and receiving this year, but he's also turned the ball over 12 times, 11 picks and a fumble. So
it's third, and we'll call it 9 for the Panthers. Unbalanced line. Look at that. And they're going to throw back. And they'll get maybe a yard. Deller with the reception. It was Donnelly with the pass. And there's a penalty flag. So not sure the Indians will just decline the holding penalty.
So able to at least get out of the shadows of their own goalpost here. And now they're lined up in a more traditional punt formation with the kicker standing at his own 2.
Franklin Regional does get the kick away this time. It will hit. Penn Hills will let it roll. It'll pick it up at the 50. Oh, dangerous play. The officials say the Penn Hills Indians come up with it. Cam Thomas comes out with the football.
Well, he did that, bend down to grab it and drop it. So I don't. With 3 Panther players there, I don't understand the logic behind trying to grab that ball.
I do not either. Well, trying to make something out of nothing, I guess.
I mean, it's not like you got bad field position right now at midfield. We just gotta tighten up these miscues here early. Second possession for the Indians, starting on basically the Franklin Regional half of the field, as they're right at midfield.
Rollins hit in the backfield. Gets by the first man, does not get by Garrett Deller.
Yeah, Rollins able to slip out of that first one, but not the second one, as Deller does a great job of finishing that tackle, setting them up now for a 2nd and 12.
And Franklin Regional will use another timeout. 4:41 to go, first quarter. We are scoreless. Penn Hills and Franklin. You're on the Trib Live High School Sports Network. So we're under 5 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Penn Hills has run 2 plays.
Well, 3 plays. They had one this drive and that dump pass
that was
and then
the
the
third
fumble.
one.
Yeah, 3 plays, but probably not what they wanted.
Penn Hills will stack up. Natel Mitchell for a scant 2 yards. They'll get the 2 yards back from first down, and now it'll be 3rd down and 10.
On the play by number 62, Matt Levin.
Looks like after that first drive fumble, Amir Key has found himself on the sidelines here for this possession. Just not in the game.
Duggar will throw. Steps up in the pocket, gets chased from behind, gets across the 50, the 45, the 40. First down across the 30, cuts it to the near side, and goes down at the 28-yard line. 22-yard pickup for Duggar and a first down for the Indians.
Big-time scamper there for Julian Duggar. Looked like he was dead to right for a loss in the backfield there. Great pressure by Franklin Regional, but he's able to escape, make a couple of moves, head to the far sideline, or toward the far sideline, and get big yardage. First down, Penn Hills back in business at the 27 from the looks of it.
Duggar this way to Rollins. Holds on to the football, looks for somewhere to go. Eludes one, does not elude two. Now we'll call it no gain. At the 27.
Not as much room this time for Rollins on that slip pass out this way. Sets him up now with another 2nd and 10.
Mitchell to Duggar's left. Trips to the far side. Cam Thomas, the lone receiver this way. Duggar will roll to the left. The left-handed quarterback throws downfield. Has brother Jaden all alone. Touchdown, Penn Hills Indians. 28 yards, Jules to Jaden. And the Indians strike first. 6-0 Penn Hills.
Wide open. Julian Duggar didn't even have, the ball was a little bit underthrown, and Duggar just had to wait on it, and Franklin Regional still hadn't recovered enough to make a difference. Indians get out to the lead here. 6-0, extra point pending.
Kick is up and through. 2:24 to go, first quarter. Penn Hills 7, Franklin Regional nothing. You were watching the WPIAL playoffs on the Trib High School Sports Network.
Yards. In for 6. Big run by Julian Duggar, 23, and then the pass from Julian to Jaden gives him the lead.
Penn Hills tries the onside kick. Does not succeed. Franklin Regional will have it at the 47-yard line.
Well, attempted trickeration there. Ends up with a line drive kick right to. Who was that? 56 made that catch here near side. Ian Shook.
Out to the 50-yard line goes Hudock. Gain of 3. And the Panthers have the ball at midfield.
Franklin Regional trying to run here exclusively. They've thrown 2 passes. That one got them 3. They've had a couple of runs. Zach Buska had a 12-yard run and a 5-yard run. They haven't been able to get more than 1 first down on either drive.
And Franklin takes too much time.
Franklin Regional.
Penalty flag from the back judge here on the near side. Calling a sideline warning against Penn Hills.
Kai Parker off the tackle. Third down.
Hudock gets the 5 yards back, and it's 3rd down and 7.
Sideline warning. Penn Hills.
Hudock takes a direct snap. Fights his way ahead. Will be sure gets the push. He may be close to the first down.
Great second effort.
He was going down, but Joe Perdue came in with the lineman push. Pushed him ahead, and he got the first down.
Yeah, it looked like he was going to be about 2 yards shy there, but good drive, and now Hudock's going to come off to the sideline a little gimpy. Of course, he missed a couple of games with an injury already, so definitely not a good sign as he plops down on the sideline over there.
Smith will take the direct snap. Will follow the block of Buska. Tries to go right side. Penn Hills is there. And he'll get maybe a yard.
It's got to be the 6th different player that I think that has taken a direct snap for the Panthers in this game.
I was just thinking, I was going to say, you just don't know what. Franklin's like a box of chocolates. But just like that, the first quarter expires after 1. Penn Hills 7, Franklin nothing. Here on the Trib Live High School Sports Network.
Coming up at the half, it's the Trib HSSN halftime show. Sponsored by SE Tire and Export Tire. This week, Don Rebel and Dr. Harlan hand out the final grades from the 2021 WPIAL football regular season. Dr. Harlan. I guess Franklin Regional ought to be pretty happy right now to look up at the scoreboard and only be down 7. They pretty much had time of possession.
That they have. Pass left side. First down for Franklin inside the 30. Scooting the sideline is Caden Smith. Go out of bounds at the 24. Donnelly took the direct snap that time.
There's a little pass. They've been run here, and then the play fake left Caden Smith, who slipped out on the backside there open. He's able to haul it in, take it upfield for about 19 yards. And that's a Franklin Regional first down.
Buska takes the handoff this time from Donnelly. Maybe 2 yards. Zach Buska.
Tackle on the play by number 50,
I don't know if I'm just now starting to pay attention to this stuff, but sure I've noticed there's a lot of brothers on a lot of these teams throughout this entire district, just brothers, twins.
Buska again down to the 20-yard line. That'll bring up third and about 6. Panthers down 7, not panicking.
Yeah, they're being very careful and
very methodical.
Yes, yes. You know, picking up 2 yards here, 5 yards here, 3 yards here. They're able to get the, keep the chains moving here, especially on this drive. Taking advantage of that short field Penn Hills gave them.
They try to pitch to Maddox Morrison, but Kelsey Hundley is there to bring him for a loss back to the 25. And now it'll be fourth and 10.
It's too much penetration by Hundley there. He was in there really quick, and they didn't really have a chance to get it going here. And Franklin Regional is
setting up for a 42-yarder. Joseph Bain gets the kick up.
Field goal is no good.
And it just does not connect. I'm not sure if it was short or it went wide. A little hard to tell up here.
It looked like it was wide left. At least I thought it was. Looked like it had the distance.
See, now here's the thing with with high school football rules. You try a field goal, you don't make it, the other team gets the ball at the 20, no matter from where you were on the field.
Right.
I mean, you could try a field goal from your own 5-yard line, and if it's no good, that's if somebody doesn't have anybody back to receive it, to try to return it. But the line of scrimmage was the 25, missed field goal, and Penn Hills gets it at the 20. Rollins gets nothing there. It's second down and 10.
And that's probably the thought process there, rather than try to punt it where you had a little issue earlier.
Well, if you punt it and put it in the end zone, they get it at the 20.
Right. So why not just try the field goal to see if, you can
get the points.
Yeah.
Rollins and Mitchell flanking Duggar. Who will throw right side. Pass complete to Strader for a pickup of 2. Had Morrison draped all over him, making sure he didn't get anywhere. And it'll bring up a third down and 8.
Only 2 on that pass play, but Julian Duggar is 4 for 4 out of the gate here. 54 yards. And the touchdown, of course, to brother Jaden.
Duggar keeps it this way, looks for somewhere to go. Across the 25, gets the first down across the 30, holds on to the football and goes down at the 33-yard line. A pickup of 11 for Jules. And a first down for the Indians.
Big conversion there on third and moderate for Penn Hills. Move them sticks. First and 10.
Duggar under pressure, rolling this way. Will do well to get rid of it, and does, and it's picked off at the 41-yard line. Diving interception by Maddox Morrison.
Intercepted by number 4, Maddox Morrison.
And Franklin Regional has it in Penn Hills territory with 27-21 to go here in the half. They will have it at the 40.
Duggar using the stiff arm to get away there, avoid the sack, but then he forces one upfield. Morrison makes a nice play, nice diving catch. And Franklin Regional is going to take over in Penn Hills territory. Just a little bit different field position than what they had off the missed field goal.
Donnelly rolls to his left, throws one up, and it's picked off by the Indians. Right back, Chase Barney at the 37-yard line. Well, that's a odd turn of events.
You know, I talked about earlier how Donnelly needed to protect the ball, and that was a loft throw out there to no man's land. And we've had 2 turnovers here in 8 seconds.
Duggar wanted to throw. And will keep it himself for no gain. I think he wanted to come left, but didn't like what he saw. Second and 10, Indians on the 37-yard line, on their own 37.
Indians need to have a nice long drive here.
Rollins will lose 2. They'll make it 3rd and 12. I don't think the Indians can make a long drive, like you said, and score before the half. They do get the ball to start half number 2.
Yes, and you know those bookend possessions can really turn a game. And with a 7-0 lead, if you're able to get that to 14 and then come out in the second half and score again, then it's quickly getting away from Franklin Regional. But as it stands, they're in it.
Low snap. Jules picks it up. Looks like he wants to set up the screen. Runs way back inside his own 20. Throws this way and throws it out of bounds.
Again, Duggar trying to make a play there, make something out of nothing, and throws to the near sideline.
Brings up a 4th down, and Penn Hills is going to have to punt.
Well, the pass is just a little too close for comfort there to, you know, the opposition.
Nice punt. Taken back at the 32-yard line. Fair catch called and made. So Franklin will take over with 6:09 to go here in the first half. Nice field position at the 33.
Yeah, score of note here in the 5A bracket. Number 6, North Hills. Number 11, Peters Township, tied at 7. Early second quarter. And here we're 7-0. Penn Hills with the lead, but Franklin Regional with the ball.
Buska does a nice job just to get back to the line of scrimmage. I mean, he was hit 5 yards deep and was able to stay on his feet.
Kind of surprised they gave him the line of scrimmage, to be honest. I thought they stopped him for a loss. But he's able to get ahead, and now we have an injured Indian down here.
5:44 to go, first half. Penn Hills 7, Franklin Regional nothing. You're watching the WPIAL playoffs on the Trib Live High School Sports Network.
The Western PA High School sports to you. Visit tribhssn.triblive.com.
Next weekend, exclusive coverage of the 2021 WPIAL football playoffs continues with the 6A semifinals and quarterfinal action in the other 5 classes. Watch or listen to all the playoff action from around the WPIAL. The only place to turn for the WPIAL playoffs is here on HSSN.
Well, winner of this game goes out to Monroeville next week to take on the Gateway Gators, the number 4 overall seed.
Yes, a very this 5A bracket's probably, I believe, the most wide open amongst all of them.
Yeah,
Yes,
there are a lot of good teams.
Yes, you've got number 1 seed Moon, who was the lone undefeated here in 5A. You got 2nd seeded Penn Trafford, strong season. 4th seeded Gateway, and then you've got all of these teams from the Northeast.
Amir Key, the injured Indian. Gain about 5 for Buska.
Early on here, we're seeing just how competitive and wide open this can be. It's just only a 7-0 game here between the 5 and 12 team, and the 6-11 game is tied at 7. So plenty of competition here in 5A.
As we mentioned, the battle is just get into the tournament. Buska's in the backfield for Franklin Regional. And they lose a handle on the football. And Tyler Buska falls on it at the 38-yard line.
Fortunate bounce.
Actually picks up 3 yards.
That's a fortunate bounce. That ball was just, it hit the ground and just started rolling directly in front of Buska, and he was able to pounce on it. It's one of those ones that you just need to corral and be done with it, because if you're trying to pick it up and run, that thing can just roll away from you really quickly. So they get it, but they still have to punt.
Brett Frick will punt for Franklin Regional. Bounce at the 40. It touched an Indian, and Franklin Regional fell. Oh, did they? Yes, they did. They fell on it at the 35-yard line.
Fumble on the play. Recovered by Franklin Regional.
Again, just get away from the ball. Get away from the ball.
Franklin Regional will have it at the Penn Hills 36-yard line. Ball took a funny hop into Cam Tompkins. Excuse me, Cameron Thomas.
Another break here for Franklin Regional. Can they capitalize on it?
Buska fakes the pitch to Buska, keeps it himself. And it's down to the 31-yard line.
Tackle on the play by Jason Tucker.
I mean, even if Franklin Regional goes into the locker room at 7-0, you talk about what a lift that would be.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, they will take that every day. The clock here under 4. I mean, they've had the opportunity to score. They've been down here now at least twice with a missed field goal opportunity earlier, and now they're back knocking at the door here.
And remember, in Indians' first possession, they fumbled at the 1-yard line. The turnover bug, which has been plaguing the Indians all season, is back again tonight. Nothing doing there for Buska. Luke Pugliese. And Ben Reeves.
Penn Hills is going to call a timeout here, try to conserve some time.
3:08 left here in half number 1.
The Indians able to hit on that big play for the touchdown earlier. There hasn't been any more of that here in the first half. They've been trying to grind it out, which, they've got plenty of speed in the backfield to do that, but they need to find a way to get a big play to try to swing this momentum, because I think the Panthers may have it at this point. There's 3 overs.
Talk about keeping a team in the game.
Yeah, shooting themselves in the foot. Into the first quarter, Fox Chapel leads Upper St. Clair 7-0.
Buska keeps it himself with a big hole inside the 20. And finally wrangled down at the 12-yard line. 20 yards. That's 1st and 10 from the 12-yard line. It's going to be a case of the Indians taking the Panthers a little too lightly. Buska follows his blockers into down to the 10. Pickup of 2. Franklin can get a first down at the 2-yard line.
Not the result Coach Ladon wanted from his defense coming out of that timeout. Get gashed for 20 yards right up the middle. Red zone time.
Buska again with the keeper inside the 10, down to the 6-yard line. Chase Barney wraps him up there. And it'll be 3rd and 4. Again, Franklin only needs to get to the 2 for a first down.
And now 13 carries for 60 yards for Zach Buska.
And Penn Hills uses another timeout with 1:52 to go. What do you think is going on in that defensive huddle?
There's got to be something. They've got to try to get these guys fired up.
And what do you think is going on in that offensive huddle? Now here's a question.
The drawing board. I mean, I don't know that what they're trying to do.
Why change it?
Working, but they need to. Yeah, we need to make an adjustment here, and get some shots downfield, because Franklin Regional is rallying around the football on defense and stuffing the run.
Yeah. Well, it's 3rd and 4. I think 2-down territory. If they don't get it, they pick up a couple here.
I mean, I would definitely consider it if they're able to get closer.
If it's 4th and 2,
I think you go for it. I mean, going into the half 7-3 feels okay. Going into the half tied at 7,
even better.
Would be a huge emotional boost to that team.
Quarterback keeper inside the 5 to the 4, just a gain of 1 for Hudock.
And there you are, 4th and 2.
There we go.
It looks like the offense for the Panthers is staying on the field.
Clock continues to run under a minute and a half. We're at 1:20 to go in half number 1. Donnelly rolls this way, throws underneath, and a pass. Just a bit far, but it did hit Caden Smith in the hands. And Penn Hills will take over on downs with 1:06 to go in the half at the 4-yard line.
I did not think that's what they were going to do. I thought that they were going to go back up the middle with Buska or one of the other
I think
runners.
that was a case of overthinking.
I mean, it's been working. Why change it there for Franklin Regional? Trying to catch them off guard. But now Penn Hills, with 1:06 left, has their back to the goal line, much like Franklin Regional did earlier.
Amir Key tries to bust to the outside. And gets out of bounds close to a first down. We'll get out to the 11, picks up 7. Haven't seen Amir Key with the football since his fumble with the 1.
Yeah, I don't think he's even had an offensive snap since that fumble, but they bring him out here before halftime. Kind of a gutsy idea there. I mean, you're backed up there. He's fumbled once tonight, so you get a little confidence boost being able to carry for 7 yards and get them out of the shadow of their goal line.
Key again, stuffed at the line. I think it's a case of the Indians just trying to get out of the half.
Key on the carry. Tackle by number 77.
Yeah, they're going to need to go into halftime here and try to.
I think Franklin Regional uses their final timeout.
Figure some stuff out.
Once again, the Penn Hills School District would like to thank you for attending tonight's WPIAL playoff game. No re-entry.
Like we said earlier, coming up at the half, it's the Trib HSSN halftime show sponsored by SE Tire and Export Tire this week. Don Rebel and Dr. Harlan hand out final grades from the 2021 WPIAL football regular season. Coverage of the 2021 WPIAL boys and girls soccer playoffs and girls volleyball postseason concludes on Saturday on HSSN. We have exclusive coverage of the girls 2A and 3A finals, along with the boys 3A and 4A title matches, plus all 4 WPIAL girls volleyball championship matches, only here on the Trib Live High School Sports Network.
Third and a long 3, maybe 4. Key with a big hole up the middle, gets to the right side across the 30. Key in a foot race across the 40, the 50. Amir Key across the 40, 35. Drags Panthers down to the 20-yard line and goes out of bounds there. 69-yard run. Does that sound about right?
69 on the nose, sir. That's what I had. Big, huge hole right up the middle, and Key ran right through it. I think you or I could have ran through that hole for maybe 10 yards.
Oh, I couldn't. I could have barely walked through it.
That hole was huge.
So 27 seconds. Penn Hills at the 20. I think at this point, it's
just what they needed.
Yeah, that's a boost, but getting some points would be even bigger. Duggar throws left side. Jaden, the 15, the 10, the 5, cuts it back. Touchdown, Penn Hills. Jaden Duggar, 20 yards, his second touchdown of the game, and Penn Hills extends the lead.
Just what the doctor ordered right before the half. It looks like Penn Hills is going to just try to salt away these final few seconds, but Amir Key rips off a 69-yard run, and then Julian to Jaden.
You talk about taking the wind out of the sails of Franklin Regional. Just holy cow.
Just totally, they had all the momentum.
4 plays, 96 yards.
With the snap of a finger, and there it goes.
Kick it up and good. Penn Hills 14, Franklin Regional nothing. You're watching the WPIAL playoffs here on the Trib Live High School Sports Network. Say happy birthday to Tank Smith, former Indian, now at Penn State. We are. Sure, he and Daquan Hardy are watching tonight's contest.
Wow, what a swing. What a swing. Penn Hills clinging to that 7-0 lead. They look like they're just going to wrap it up and go to the half. Let's not forget that they stopped Franklin Regional on the 4-yard line on 4th and 2.
Buska with a return across the 25 out to the 27-yard line.
Zach Buska off the return. Tackle by number 23.
So 12 seconds left if you're Franklin. What do you do?
Assisted on the play by the
Try to put up 4 passes?
I don't know if you do that at this point. You don't want to totally blow the lid off of this thing if you turn it over again.
I mean, Penn Hills gets the ball to start the half. I mean, you just take a knee, you're just going to give the ball right back to Penn Hills.
Right. But I just
So,
don't
you
know.
try anything? It looks like they're going to be setting up for to take this to the locker room.
12 seconds is a little tough.
And they do take the knee. So they'll take this one to the locker room. The score, Penn Hills 14, Franklin nothing. Second half action coming your way. Stay tuned for the bands. You're watching the WPIAL playoffs here on the Trib Live High School Sports Network.
Testing. Test. 1 1. Check. 1 2. Check. Test. Check. 1 2. Mic test. Can you hear me? Check. 1 2. Check. 1 2 3. Check.
I said hello earlier.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
Yeah, well, I didn't realize you were there. They said hello, and I realized you made it. I know. You almost be bad luck. You're probably leaving next week.
in charge of Rod Stewart, Freddie Mercury, Mark Bolan, Roger Daltrey. They can all move around the stage with a microphone. I'm stuck at a 9-foot piano.
Field direction of drum majors Thomas Heber, Megan Shaw, and Chloe Zuko. Panther Marching Band is directed by Lawrence Silvestri. Assistant directors Brian Coyner, Nick Nutter. Band front coordinator Ashley Britt, and band choreographer Emily Stoken. Thank you for your kind attention.
I did. I don't know what it needs reprogrammed for the timer now. We don't know how much that is. 14.
At least it's counting now.
Yeah.
Whoa! Oh yeah, Frank, you know.
Black Panther to go to the parade. Check out the headquarters. Here's the background of the shop. With last day. That's our guy, Dominic Frollo, David Berkovich. Your man ready. And looks like they are. Shows the sound and the Avengers. up, sail to the west of Bangkok. While there, they step into the World Showcase. Stop at the country of Norway. Ride on Frozen After After. Dedicated to all things on the Frozen movie series. You already noticed the sound section. Now it's time to get into the boat. Listen, friends. Let's go into the unknown. Star Wars, Rise, Skywalker. just one of the the Penn Hills Big Marching Band. The band is led by Tiffany
your idea? Oh, fair. What do you think about that?
Somewhere years ago, a friend of mine was a teacher. He did it 7 to 3, brought in $5,000. He said, "Don't use it for 50 years."
No sound. Wait, no, there's no sound.
We're not going to be complete here at Penn Hills. You're here. Just off your feet. Wait for the bond. There for the symbols. Your Penn Hills. Come on!
Second half action about to get underway here at Uhas McGinley Stadium in Penn Hills with the score of the Penn Hills Indians 14 and the Franklin Regional Panthers nothing. And now if you went by some stats as far as plays run, time of possession, things like that, you would think Franklin Regional was on top in this game.
Yeah, they've had the ball quite a bit, but it's been the Indians' ability to strike quickly that has given them this 14-0 lead. First quarter, Jaden Duggar, 28-yard touchdown reception from brother Julian. Was wide open down the field there for the first touchdown in the first quarter. And then just 19 seconds left in the half when they hooked up again, this time for a 20-yard touchdown pass. Amir Key set that up with a 69-yard run when it looked like the Indians were just going to sit on it and go to halftime. But irregardless, they were able to get the big run, and Duggar on a little wide receiver screen, and Jaden did the rest from there. Looking at some numbers here, Franklin Regional passing, Connor Donnelly is 2 out of 5, 20 yards with an interception. Zach Buska leading the way on the ground, 13 carries for 60 yards. Aiden Hudock with 6 carries and 16 yards. For Penn Hills, Julian Duggar is 5 out of 7, 74 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. He's got 3 carries and 34 yards on the ground. Amir Key with an interesting stat line, 4 carries for 82 yards and a fumble. Of course, 69 of that coming on 1 run. Jaden Duggar, 2 catches for 48 yards, 2 touchdowns. Amir Rollins, 2 catches for 26 yards. Breezing up and down Twitter at halftime for some the other scores here in the 5A bracket. Number 9 Woodland Hills leads number 8 Bethel Park 20-10. 10th seeded Fox Chapel with a 7-3 lead on number 7 Upper St. Clair. North Hills and Peters Township, the 6-11 game tied at 14. And here at US McGinley Stadium, Penn Hills leading Franklin Regional in the 5-12 game 14-0.
Plays run. Franklin Regional 31, Penn Hills 18. Penn Hills 191 yards of offense. Franklin Regional 89 yards of offense. Penn Hills 3 turnovers.
Yes, the 1 interception by Duggar, the fumble by Amir Key that just so happened to come at the Franklin Regional 1-yard line, and then a ball that caromed off a Penn Hills punt return player, special teams player, and ended up back in the hands of Franklin Regional. So 3 turnovers for them. The 1 INT for Donnelly of Franklin Regional. Ironically, that play and Duggar's interception on back-to-back plays. And Penn Hills was able to get that touchdown before the half, and now they get the ball, so the double possession here, and a big opportunity for them to stretch this one out here in their first possession.
Franklin Regional high, short kickoff off the hands of an Indian who falls on it at the 25-yard line. No, it doesn't. It looks like it's still scooting. Chase Barney does come out with it. Holy cow.
Yeah, he dove to get that ball, and it skipped away from him. But again, another fortunate play there for Penn Hills, and they will start at their own 24-yard line here in the third quarter with a 14-0 lead. Gateway awaits for the winner of this one next Friday night.
At Gateway. Key. For 1. That was interesting. We saw Amir Key fumble at the 1-yard line. Then we didn't see him run an offensive play again until that last drive before halftime.
Yeah, I don't think Coach was too happy about him forking that ball over on the 1-yard line down there right after Amir Rollins had set them up with a nice pass and run. Could have gotten Penn Hills on the scoreboard much earlier. So he's had a while.
Duggar will throw underneath. Jaden hauls it in. No, he doesn't. Oh, that would have been a nice catch. The pass was behind him.
Still able to get his paws on it, just unable to finish the catch.
The momentum was carrying him away from it.
Yeah, it was a good effort, but just unable to reel that one in on the quick slant. And we're already here. Penn Hills facing a 3rd and 8.
Penn Hills really with an opportunity on this drive to really almost put this one away. Low snap. Duggar will throw over the middle to Jaden. Jaden will have a first down and more. Jaden behind the defense across the 40. No one will catch him. 2 blockers behind. Jaden with the hat trick. Touchdown. Penn Hills Indians. 74 yards. And the Indians with the big play again.
Well, Julian just doubled his passing yard output. He had 74 yards in the first half, and now that one play, 74 yards. Duggar with the catch on what looked like a little hitch route, and then he slipped the tackle, and there was nobody behind him there, and he took off to the races. He had a convoy with him. Julian Duggar putting up a fantasy-like game, and so is Jaden big time.
Each 3 touchdown passes for Jules, 3 touchdown receptions for Jaden. 3 points after by Owen Williams. The score, Penn Hills 21, Franklin Regional nothing. You are watching the WPIAL playoffs on the Trib Live High School Sports Network. 3 plays, 76 yards.
It's going to make the, guy doing the box, his job pretty easy. It's all the same, other than the field goal kickers. Rosemeyer kicked him in the first half, and now Owen Williams here in the second. Duggar, 28 from Duggar. Duggar, 20 from Duggar. Duggar, 74 from Duggar. Can't get much easier than that.
As we said, the hat tricks.
And a minute, yes, minute gone here. Man, Franklin Regional just a tough break for. They were almost ready to get off the field real quick with the 3 and out. And
I have to go back to before the Indians had that 96-yard drive. Franklin Regional went for it on 4th and 2 from the 4-yard line. Threw an incomplete pass. Penn Hills took over there. And suddenly, bam, bam. The Indians on the warpath there.
Big plays will do it, man. Big plays. Saw Amir Key with a big play, and now Jaden Duggar with a big play.
Rosemeyer, nice kick. Hits at the 9, picked up at the 4. And Franklin Regional will start inside their own 15-yard line. Buska with the return.
This is pretty much the do or die possession here for Franklin Regional, down 3 touchdowns here. That's early in the third quarter, still plenty of football to be played, but if they're unable to at least move the ball a little bit and flip this field position, you're going to give the Indians another short field. And the way that the passing game is running right now, could be in some trouble.
I'm going to roll him down at the 16-yard line. So Buska for 3.
So Zach Buska lines up there in the shotgun. And the Penn Hills defense just crowds the line of scrimmage. It looked like they had 8 guys on the line of scrimmage and just a couple nearby. So they're not afraid of this guy to throw the ball.
Buska again hit in the backfield. Stacked up at about the 17-yard line. We'll give him a yard. It'll be 3rd and 6.
Same scenario once again. Just with him there, they're just crowding the line of scrimmage and daring him to pass. As a matter of fact, he has not even attempted a pass this season, so that's pretty smart by this Penn Hills defense here.
Now Connor Donnelly at quarterback. Throws left and throws high for Sarnick. That'll bring the punt unit in. Panthers will go 3 and out.
And that's a damaging start to the second half for Franklin Regional here. After Penn Hills hits a couple of big plays and gets another touchdown, now they have to punt the ball back to the Indians. And
Indians should have excellent field position.
Yep, and they're going to be chomping at the bit offensively.
Kick caught at the 42-yard line. Jaden Duggar looking for somewhere to go. Has a lane to the outside. Penalty flags all come in.
It's always tough when the guy, starts out one way and reverses his field. The players end up getting caught in the wrong spot because they're trying to block one way, and then the return man goes the other, and just end up getting caught in so many holding, blocking the back penalties and things of that nature.
So they'll mark this off from the 40-yard line. Penn Hills will start at the 50 with 8:59 to go here in quarter number 3. Barney splits way to the right. Now he comes back this way. And he's now with a tighter formation. 3 receivers to the right. And Duggar's going to throw. Wanted to go to Barney on the right side, but Franklin Regional was there. Duggar takes off inside the 30, tries to get some room inside the 20, and down to the 15-yard line. Jules read nothing was there and took off and picks up 35 yards and a first down for the Indians.
Good adjustment there. He looked out there. It was very well covered by the Panthers, but lo and behold, there was a large hole right in front of Julian Duggar, and he took it and drove this ball deep down inside. Gain of 35 gives him 69 yards rushing. First and 10 at 15 of Franklin Regional with a chance to score again here for Penn Hills.
Key gets racked up for a loss of 3. Franklin defense, their defensive line got in there quickly.
Owen Sinclair in there on the tackle. He's been pretty strong for them defensively this year. He's got 6 sacks. $11 tackles for a loss, make that 12 with that one.
Julian keeps it himself on the read option. That's maybe a yard. And it'll be 3rd and 12.
Third down defensively has been pretty damaging here to Franklin Regional recently. Been giving up some big plays on third down right when you want to get off the field.
Keep your eye on number 11 at the bottom of the screen. Joel's looking that way. Throws underneath. Oh, and just threw off the back foot. Couldn't quite get enough on it. Amir Key was open in the flat.
Yep, Key just run a little wheel route out here. Pressure was pretty good there by Franklin Regional again, and like you said, forced a off-balance throw. And now a field goal attempt here. It's like it's Rosemeyer.
There's Rosemeyer, 35-yard attempt. Kick up, certainly long enough, and the kick is good.
Nice big boot there for Rosemeyer. No problem whatsoever.
That would have been good from 45.
It would have been good from 45.
Wow.
Big boot.
6:33 to go. Third quarter. Penn Hills extends the lead now to 24-0. Well, Plum is beating Hampton in the 4A bracket.
How about that? Hampton was they're unbeaten.
Yeah.
A lot of wonder because they didn't play in the two big 4A conferences that houses the Bell Vernons, the McKee Sports, the Thomas Jeffersons, the Aliquippas. Everybody kind of wondered what they were going to be like, and well.
And this is a conference rematch too. Plum and Hampton in the same conference.
Right. Which rarely happens, especially in the first round of the playoffs.
Well, I think they set that up because they would have had Bell Vernon, TJ, and McKeesport on the same side of the bracket. So they had to put Hampton on the one side. Uska across the 25 down to the 27.
Caught a look during halftime, and Thomas Jefferson looks fine. I think they were up 35-0 at the half over Indiana.
I'm kind of torn there. My son coaches at Thomas Jefferson, and I started my radio career in Indiana.
Ah. The old Indians radio network up there.
Yeah, the old WDAD. Under the tutelage of Jack Benedict, the legend himself. Toss left side. The Indians are right there. Dudok will lose about 5. Amir Key with the tackle.
Well, he was in there quickly. Read it well. Puts them behind the sticks here. Needing the roll here.
And Franklin Regional will use a timeout here on a 2nd and 15.
Got an update, Peters Township out in front of North Hills, 21-14. That's an 11
that was probably
6.
the best game of 5A this week, I think.
It certainly, appeared to be. Peters Township, didn't have their normal, regular season, but they've played well down the stretch, and I don't think the North Hills Indians were too happy to see them across from them in the first round.
Well, I'll predict the Indians will win that game.
That's a fair assessment and very accurate.
Franklin Regional throw, the ball tipped and falls incomplete. Hundley getting his paws up on it. Big number 53, Kelsey Hundley, 6'4", 250 pounds. Penn Hills has some size on the line. Got those paws up and got his paws on it. Donnelly with throw, left side. Morrison will pick up a few. Pick up 5, and it'll be 4th and 10. And another 3 and out for the Panthers here in quarter number 3.
I understand 3rd and 15 is kind of a tall task, you know, but I like the I'm of the mindset you got to pass that ball close to the lead stick.
You have to throw north and south, not east and west.
Yeah.
Penn Hills with the pressure. Nice kick. Jaden Duggar tries to come this way, cuts it up the middle, gets to the 50-yard line, and into Franklin Regional territory at the 48. Indians will take over there. 5:02 to go, third quarter. Penn Hills 24, Franklin Regional nothing. You're watching the WPIAL playoffs here on the Trib Live High School Sports Network. Bill Navari along with Dean Dellamalva tonight. Chilly night, Dean.
It is chilly. You know, we've had such great weather all year for the most part, a couple rains, but it hasn't been cold. But tonight it's
cold.
It's cold. You know, it feels like the end of November, not the beginning of November.
Don't forget to turn your clocks back this tomorrow night.
Wasn't there at some point they were talking about getting rid of that?
I wish it would. Just keep daylight savings. Rollins inside the 45 to the 42. Penn Hills with a 14-0 lead at halftime. Putting 10 points on the board so far here in quarter number 3. Duggar to Duggar for 74 yards in the first minute of the half, and then Rosemeyer a 35-yard field goal, which would have been good from Plum. Yeah, I think the Indians moved here, and they did. And I have to tell you, the Indians are blessed with 2 solid kickers, when Rosemeyer and Williams. A lot of teams, they just beg for somebody to come out and be able to kick the ball.
Right. I mean, you know, the professional team in town had that problem last weekend, so ran out of kickers. I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, Owen Williams had come on because Rosemeyer had got an injury earlier this season, and he had to step in and did a great job.
Key up the near side, inside the 40. Penalty flag comes in. I gotta tell you what, Jaden Dunn came up, he wasn't happy. And Khalil Barley Morrow came over and just separated him from a Franklin Regional Panther so that no words were said or anything like that. You know, I like to see that. Great job by Barley Morrow. So Key actually gets credited for credit for a 1-yard run. And it'll be Key again. It's shoved out of bounds. Andrew Nestler, the 6'2", 275-pound junior for Franklin Regional. 3rd, and we'll call it 7.
Some other updates. Woodland Hills' lead over Bethel Park trimmed to 20-17. Fox Chapel extends their lead over Upper St. Clair to 13-3.
And Franklin uses another timeout. It leaves them with 1. Timeout coming with 3:33 to go here in 3. Nice look at Uhas McGinley Stadium there.
And coming up after the game, it's the WPIAL Football Scoreboard Show presented by Export Tire and SE Tire. Don Rebel is live from the Excella Health Studios at HSSN World Headquarters as he has all the scores and video recaps from the opening night of the WPIAL football playoffs. Don't miss the WPIAL Football Scoreboard Show presented by Export Tire and SE Tire after the game, only here on the Trib Live High School Sports Network. Be giving my recap of this one.
Duggar, straight drop, throws down his sideline, has a man, Barney, and unable to come up with it at the 15-yard line. Step for step in coverage was Jared Rebar. And that brings up a 4th down, and the punting unit will come on for Penn Hills.
Just a little bit too much juice on that one from Julian Duggar, but it was put in a position where only his receiver could get to it. So well-placed ball, just a little bit too much oomph on that one. And the Indians will have to punt here.
One man back for Franklin Regional. High snap. And false start from Penn Hills.
Did the punter there, did he hold up because he heard the whistle, or was he going to take off running?
No, he heard the whistle. It was a high snap, actually.
Because I got to tell you, I looked, and man, it looked like he might have had some room.
Kick away, fair catch called for and made at the 15-yard line. Maddox Morrison with the fair catch. Panthers get it with 3:19 to go here in the 3rd at their own 15. 3 possessions here in the half for Franklin Regional, all starting inside their own 30. One at the 27, one at the 13, and now this one at the 15.
Yeah, Penn Hills has definitely dominated the field position game here in the second half.
The Indians are just stacking that line, and they're just reading it. And there's an injured Indian. It's like Carter Lance, slow to get up.
Franklin Regional did have Connor Donnelly in at quarterback there, so he's their passer, but they give a handoff there.
Lance will jog off to the near side here.
This third quarter clock evaporating pretty fast down to under 3 here. And if you're the Indians right now, you just want to be able to stand pat, hold off on defense, and get out of here.
Indians coming on the blitz. Donley rolls left, throws. Too high for Morrison. They'll bring up a 3rd and 11. Stops the clock with 2:37.
Connor Donnelly only 3 out of 9 tonight, 25 yards and the interception.
And Donley's going to be hit in the backfield, wrapped up, brought down. He'll be sacked for a loss of 2. And Franklin Regional will have to bring on the punt team. This clock winds under 2.5 minutes to go. Indians with 10 men up. Well, they were coming. I don't know if they got a paw on it or not. And the Indians will move away and let the ball roll. And let's get the ball in Franklin Regional territory at the 49-yard line. Not deep in Franklin territory, but in Franklin territory.
Yeah, so they've had 3 possessions here in the second half start at midfield or better. Only scored on 2 of those first 3. This is their 4th chance here in the second half.
Rollins in motion. Duggar keeps it himself. Tries to find a lane. Gets a little bit of room inside the 45 to the 44. Picks up 5.
Julian continuing to add to his solid night here. He's got 242 yards of offense.
Amir Key fights his way ahead for about 3. Indians will have a 3rd and short.
Amir Key with some interesting look at his numbers. He's got 9 carries, 6 yards, 7 yards, no yards, 69 yards, 2 yards, -3, 1, 2, 3. 87 total.
Rayon Strader in motion this way. Shuffle pass. Rollins has a lane across the 30, the 20. Some blockers in front. Franklin Regional catches up to him inside the 15, and we'll go down at the 11-yard line. I don't think he was the intended target from the reaction of Duggar.
I'm not sure what that reaction was for. He pitched it to him. Rollins took it, and it looked like a pretty good play aside from this flag. Of course, that came after.
Well, that'll do it for the 3rd quarter. Let's see where they mark the penalty off. Still going to be a 1st down. They get down to the 34-yard line, so it's a gain of 7 and a first down. Oh, we have to run one more play, an untimed down here in the third quarter because of an offensive penalty.
Interesting.
Key tries to come this way, gets a lane across the 30, up the sideline, out of bounds inside the 20. And mark him about the 20-yard line. And then now that'll be the official end to quarter number 3. It'll be a first down for the Indians when we come back at the 20-yard line down to our right. After 3, Penn Hills 24, Franklin Regional nothing. You are watching the WPIAL playoffs brought to you by Mr. Water Heater here on the Trib Live High School Sports Network.
Well, that last run by Amir Key gets him over the 100-yard mark. 10 carries for 101. Julian Duggar sitting at 74 rushing and 155 passing.
First down, Indians at the 20-yard line as we start quarter number 4. Duggar looking left, throwing down the sideline to Jaden, and unable to come up with it. They've already connected for 3 touchdowns tonight. Looking for 4.
What's 4? 3's a hat trick, 4's a quattro or something like that. Well, tonight all you could say that all Jaden Duggar does is catch touchdown passes. Tonight, anyway. 3 catches, 3 touchdown passes.
Rollins this way inside the 20, 15, and wrapped up out of bounds close to the 10-yard line.
Another flag. They called a penalty. I didn't see it. Oh, it's because there's people in the way, but another penalty here on Penn Hills.
I'll watch it back to the 30-yard line.
So there's another hold. Getting up there now. I think that's 8 penalties for the Indians. 60 yards.
Duggar, play action, rolls to his left, stops, comes back this way, goes back the other way, looks, takes off, running up the sideline, inside the 20, gets the penalty yards back, plus some. They'll mark him at the 19-yard line.
Julian Duggar, a little magic move there. He's trying to set up his blocker and pause, turn back to the middle and then spun again back to the outside to the far side of the field and then found open spaces.
It's amazing. There's that much scrambling and running around, and nobody gets called for holding.
Yeah, right, exactly.
And Penn Hills will use a timeout with 11:17 to go here in quarter number 4.
Again, coming up after the game, it's the WPIAL Football Scoreboard Show presented by Export Tire and SE Tire. Don Rebel live from the Excella Health Studios at HSSN World Headquarters as he has all the scores and video recaps from the opening night of the WPIAL Football Playoffs. Don't miss the WPIAL Football Scoreboard Show presented by Export Tire and SE Tire. Only live Sports Network.
Well, Hampton came back to defeat Plum 14-13.
Oh my. Survive and advance, does Hampton. It's the name of the game right now, and it looks like Penn Hills is trending toward surviving and advancing as well.
Duggar's going to throw, flushed out of the pocket, goes to his left, looks towards the end zone, throws, touchdown Penn Hills, Jaden Duggar. I don't know how he saw his brother coming across the ends, back of the end zone, but they connect for the 4th time tonight. Jules to Jaden for 19. Penn Hills up 30-0. Touchdown coming with 11:07 to go. Owen Williams to try the point after. Jaden will hold. And the kick is up and through. 11:07 to go. 4th quarter. Penn Hills 31. Franklin Regional the WPIAL playoffs. Sports Network.
Yeah, Jaden Duggar just running across the field back there on the back line of the end zone. Able to get across and find an opening, and Julian delivered a nice throw over there right along the sideline. Jaden made the catch, got the foot in, and 4 catches, 147 yards, and 4 touchdowns for Jaden Duggar. Julian Duggar now 8 of 13, 174, and 4 touchdowns.
And Franklin will start inside their own 20 at the 18-yard line.
Is gone to return, brought down by Chase Marty.
End of the 3rd quarter, Peters Township leading North Hills 28-20.
As I'm going to say, the pass was completed, hauled in by Hudock. Officials are going to discuss. Yeah, we'll mark him at the 40-yard line. $22 yards.
That's actually going to hurt his average. Came in with 6 catches and a bunch of yards. He was averaging 45 a catch. He's been a big play guy for them, and first down Panthers.
Woodland Hills on top of Bethel Park in the fourth quarter. And Donnelly scrambles. And they're going to throw in a flag. We have to watch the replay. They're going to say he got tackled out of bounds. Yeah, it was close. So Franklin, it's
those plays close to the sideline like that. I think there needs to be like a little bit of give, because the way some of these athletes nowadays, they could very easily just turn it up the field and keep going.
Donnelly throws right side, has a man wide open in a flat inside the 30. First down, Sarnick inside the 25 to the 23. 12 yards. Not only that, but these guys are running, full sprint.
It's hard to slow up. It's very hard to slow up. I mean, that's how, on turf, that's how ACLs and MCLs get torn.
Donnelly rolls this way, under pressure, throws back. Has Sarnick again up to 20, the 10, the 5. Sarnick, touchdown, Franklin Regional. So Franklin Regional gets on the board here in quarter number 4. Touchdown coming with 9:51 to go.
This little pass just got it over the outstretched hands of a Penn Hills defender, and
Kelsey Hunley was coming. Franklin Regional misses the point after. 9:51 to go, fourth quarter. Penn Hills 31, Franklin Regional 6. Here on the Trib Live High School Sports Network. Again, Bill Navari along with Dean Dellamalva. Thank you for joining us.
Sarnick gets his first 2 catches of the night on that drive. The final one, the 23-yarder from Connor Donnelly. And Franklin Regional gets on the board here. It's now 31-6 Penn Hills.
Woodland Hills beats Bethel Park 27-23. How about them Wolverines moving on?
I saw them earlier this year at McKeesport. They played a pretty good game defensively. Kind of kept McKeesport out of there, ended up losing it. In a very close game. It was 7-6.
Franklin tries the onside kick to no avail.
So they advance now to play Moon next Friday on the top of this bracket.
Onside kick recovered by number 22, Brendan Hill.
Now, if Penn Hills advances, as it seems they will, out of this one, you have Penn Hills, Gateway, and Woodland Hills next week on this side of the bracket. 3 former Quad East teams. Rollins goes left, across the 50, the 45. Out of bounds at the 41-yard line. It's a 15-yard pickup for Rollins and a first down for the Indians. I think at this point the Indians are going to be wanting to stay in bounds.
Yes,
They're up 25. They need to just get that clock continuing to roll.
I mean, it looks like this game is going to be the biggest margin of victory here in the first night of the playoffs in 5A anyway.
Rollins for a couple. Again, if things continue to play out as it seems they will, Penn Hills will be at Gateway next Friday night.
Gators got that last first round bye. Of course, these two teams met very early in the season. It's kind of before Penn Hills started to get the things rolling downhill. Game 2, Gateway won 41-13, but since then, Penn Hills has won 6 out of 7. I mean, I would expect a much more competitive game next week.
Indians and the Panthers haven't faced each other in probably close to 20 years. Former Quad East foes.
Oh, the quads. Quad East, Quad North, Oh, man. Back then, boy, I kind of would rather them go back to 4 classes.
I was just going to say, I wish they would go back to 4 classes. Amir Key breaks it, O'Croll across the 30, cuts it to the near side, inside the 20, the 10, the 5, touchdown, Amir Key. 44 yards for Key.
Key on the loose, down the sideline, using that amazing speed that he has. Just broke that one. Really not much Franklin Regional can do once he gets out in the open field, and it's 44 yards to the house.
Touchdown coming with 8:22 to go. Rosemeyer's kick up and good. 8:22 to go, fourth quarter. Penn Hills 38, Franklin Regional 6. You're watching the WPIAL playoffs, brought to you by Mr. Water Heater here on the Trib Live High School Sports Network.
after a first half where, you know, both teams kind of struggled a bit. We've had touchdowns now on 3 consecutive possessions, 2 for Penn Hills and 1 for Franklin Regional.
Rosemeyer's kick goes inside the 10. And a nice return by Zach Buska across the 30 to the 32.
A lot of other lopsided scores here in the first round. Laurel beat McGuffey 41-2. Thomas Jefferson 41-0 over Indiana is now final.
How about Fox Chapel knocking off Upper St. Clair? No gain for Buska.
Speaks to the strength of this conference. You know, the last qualifying team from the Northeast is moving on as a 10 seed. We're also seeing, you know, Penn Hills be very impressive here. North Hills is in a slugfest, though. I haven't gotten a recent update on that one. Let's see if I can find one.
Donnelly. Flush to the right, pumps, and gets it away as he was being dragged down. Penalty flag on the play, Daquan Lewis. They're going to call him for a horse collar.
Penalties starting to mount up here for the Indians. Up to 10 penalties.
It was a...
Oh, here we go. Peters Township leads 31-28 with about 8 minutes to go in the fourth quarter.
So they're going to call Lewis for a late hit. A roughing the passer call. Donnelly pumps and can't connect with Buska. We'll bring up a second down and 10.
Of course, now awaiting Fox Chapel is number 2 seed Penn Trafford. They will host the Foxes next Friday night. The first round of the WPIAL playoff starts to get carved up here a little bit and figured out. This is a play clock violation on Franklin Regional.
Well, this game was starting to move along.
And they started scoring, and now there's penalties. It's kind of lagging it out a little bit here. You know, a lot of we've got.
Don't they know we can't feel our toes?
There's finals rolling in, guys, and we still got 7:20 to go here. It's only the second penalty of the game on the Panthers, and here's a tough break on a drop by Sarmick. He was open, but that's just been the kind of night that Franklin Regional's had.
Clock stops with 7:14 to go. It's 3rd and 15. Donley again rolls this way, throws downfield, has a man, and the pass is thrown out of bounds. It was intended for Morrison. I'll bring up a 4th down for the Panthers.
Looks like the Panther offense wants to go for this. But here comes the punting unit.
Punt taken at the 36-yard line, dangerously. Penn Hills will start at their own 44-yard line.
I'd like to see the Indians just kind of grind out these last 7 minutes and get ready for next week.
Rollins to the Franklin Regional 47. And they were about 9.
Looked like Rollins looked like he wanted to bounce that to the outside, but thought better of it. Stay away from those sidelines and keep this clock rolling.
Low snap. Duggar picks it up, gets the handoff off to Rollins. It gets to the 45 and a first down for the Indians.
So how about Jaden Duggar tonight, Bill? Not bad.
No, not too shabby.
4 catches, 147, and 4 touchdowns.
Rollins looks for somewhere to go. Franklin does a nice job of stacking him up, but Rollins stays on his feet and gets a first down for the Indians.
That looked like there was like a force field on the hashes. Like he was just he was bouncing back and forth in between the hashes there for a little bit. Finding some gaps, advancing the ball, got himself 11 there. He's up to 42 yards on 9 carries. He's also got 3 catches for 33, so 75 total yards for Rollins.
Duggar keeps it himself. Dives ahead for a couple. Rollins again. It's back to the line of scrimmage. But Penn Hills gets to keep the clock rolling. Under 4 minutes.
So Peters Township now with under 4 to go. Leads 33-28.
Penn Hills uses a timeout with 3:26 to go.
So it looks like Penn Hills is going to be taking a short trip down the Parkway next Friday.
Short road trips are always best.
Yeah, did you see there were some pretty bad ones? Like in 2A, like Ligonier Valley had to go to South Side, Beaver County.
They might as well go to hotels.
I mean, they could have left yesterday.
Duggar will throw, rolls to his left, throws underneath, has a man, Rayon Strader. Strader cuts it back inside the 20-yard line, and we'll go down at the 17. Pickup of 16 yards, first down for the Indians.
Duggar pass complete. Strader.
And again, headsy play there by Strader to not run toward the sideline, even though there may have been a crack over there for him to take it and get into the end zone. He cut it back to the inside, keeps the clock running, resets the downs. First down.
The clock under 3 minutes and running. If you're following Class A, Springdale over West Green, Rochester over Mapletown, and Leechburg over California.
How about Leechburg?
Great story.
Yes.
Rollins this way on the jet sweep, cuts it back, looks for somewhere to go. And gets down to about the 15-yard line, picks up about 3 maybe.
They end a long playoff drought, and they get a first-round win. And Springdale, too. Springdale just got into the playoffs on the very last day of the season last week on
win over
Saturday.
Riverview.
Yes. Was there
But
for that
those
one.
back-to-back shutouts for the Springdale defense. Shutout Riverview last week, and now shutout to West Green tonight.
It's a dangerous team. They play pretty well. Got a great running back, Logan Dexter.
They are dynamic.
He is. He's a bull. He's hard to bring down. Also saw there was a couple of teams out of 2A who probably feel a little disrespected by their seeding. Stowe Rocks and Still Valley putting up over 50 in their first round wins tonight.
Key straight up the gut at the 20-yard line. It's about 5.
Tackle on the play by number 50, Brandon Garr.
Well, no matter who you're rooting for, Trib Live will have you covered next week. Rollins into the pile. Back at Regional's just waiting right now. Penn Hills happy to oblige just to keep the clock rolling as we're approaching 1:10 and running.
Tackle on the play by Andrew Nessler.
The clock under a minute and running. Play clock at 15. Theoretically, the Indians, I think, could take a knee. Rollins for 3. And the Indians do not need to run another play. Teams will line up, and that will be your final. Penn Hills 38, Franklin Regional 6. Indians move on to face Gateway next week. The Franklin Regional season will come to an end. Story of mistakes in the first half, keeping Franklin Regional in this one. But the Indians explode late to take a 14-0 halftime lead. Come out in the first minute, scoring a long pass. Go up 21-0, and it's pretty much academic at that point. Julian Duggar to Jaden Duggar. 4 times tonight.
Boy, they put on a show. Jaden, all he does is catch touchdown passes, at least tonight. 4 for 147 in the 4 scores. Julian Duggar, 10 out of 14, 190 yards passing. Those 4 touchdowns, the 1 interception coming in the first half. Amir Key, 12 carries, $150, and a touchdown. Julian Duggar, 86 yards rushing. Amir Rollins, 42 yards rushing. The only there were 2 down spots to this game for Penn Hills really was the turnovers in the first half. They had 3 first-half turnovers and penalties. 12 penalties in the game. A few holds, a couple 15-yard personal fouls. But once they got it going, they were rolling in the second half. 38-6. Indians move on.
Well, Penn Hills can squelch the mistakes.
Yeah, that's going to be very important for them. They've really got to eliminate these penalties and lose that turnover bug that, like you said earlier, has been plaguing them for parts of the entire season. We've seen this team, play very well, especially in their last now 5 games that they've won in a row. They've been able to score. They've gotten defense when they need it. And the Indians could be a force if the mistakes, the mental errors, the lapses are things that they need to figure out a way to eliminate pretty quick with Gateway coming up next Friday. Quarterfinals of the 5A playoffs.
Well, as you said, it's wide open. Franklin Regional knocked off Upper St. Clair. A lot of people were calling Upper St. Clair the underdog to possibly compete for the 5A crown, and they get knocked out by Fox Chapel. Congratulations to Tommy Loughran and the Foxes.
Yeah. Again, it's Fox Chapel had a pretty good season. Lost the teams ahead of them in the standings basically, but did enough to get in. They had they had good success in their non-conference schedule too, and end up as the 10. They nipped the 7 by 3.
Yeah, so it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting. At this point, I think almost anybody in it can win it. 8 teams left, 4 of them from the Northeastern Conference. So that has to say something for the Northeast.
Yeah, still trying to see. North Hills was down by 5 to see if that last one would join, and I haven't seen any updates yet. Nope, have not gotten an update. That game was late stages, 4th quarter as well.
So North Hill's in danger of being the only Northeastern Conference team to not advance.
Yep. Still don't know. Still looking at 33-28 right now. So.
Gotcha. Well, the final here from Uhas McGinley Stadium. The Penn Hills Indians move on. They defeat the Franklin Regional Panthers by a score of 38-6. My broadcast partner, Dean Dellamalva. I'm Bill Navari. Thank you for watching the WPIAL playoffs here on the Trib Live High School Sports Network.
Oh, is there a sun win?